Um, I had an event to go to today, and my screen's cracked, so I don't know how much the video is going to be affected by. But I had an event to go to today, and it was, it was early release too. It's only 7 days before Christmas. I didn't want to go to school, and I didn't feel like I had to, but you know, I went anyway because attendance is kind of getting kind of slippery, if you know what I mean. And anyway, I went and wasted gas. I was like, okay, it's gonna be fine to waste gas, because waste gas and going there. That is because I had an event also down there I was supposed to go to. We're supposed to be going ice skating and then having pizza at an LGBT center actually. So I I live in Durham, and the event and where I currently go to school, it's in Raleigh, and yeah, I had work actually after school, so I went on straight to work, and you know, after work I had to rush on to the event, to the I'll just say ice skating, not event. That sounds kind of weird, but I had to rush on to the ice skating, but of course I had to get gas first, so I got gas, already thinking that I'm not gonna make it in time, um, to have enough time. Yeah, I got the gas and I raced there. I start to. I put into my phone, the address. Anyway, on the way there, my phone, the maps, Google Maps or whatever, GPS, whatever. It's like, okay, well, take a left. As soon as I take the left, it goes like rerouting. And this isn't good, obviously, because I don't even, I don't know where I'm going. And if you don't know where you're going, obviously that's not good. And so, okay, for the first like 5 seconds of driving and not knowing where I'm going, after I'd taken the left, I'm like, okay, just calm down. It's all right, John. Just like in another second or in another minute at least, this thing will calculate and get you on your way. No, it just kept on or rerouting, whichever one you prefer, tomato, rerouting. It just kept on. And then it was like waiting for location. So eventually I stopped. I'm like, oh, okay, it's fine. Just take like 5 minutes to get this back on track. It's fine. And I pulled over somewhere to basically let the system, the GPS breathe in a way. Because I was like, okay, maybe it's just getting overwhelmed. Like I don't know. Just wait. Just let this work itself out. And I waited for, I swear I was sitting in this parking lot for about 10, 15 minutes. It kept rerouting, waiting for location. Here and there, I exited out and I tried to start all over. I put in the new address again and I pressed start and start navigation, I exit out because it was still waiting for location. I would sit there for like, I swear, like 5 minutes. 5 minutes each time waiting for location. I check my watch and each time it's getting later and later. I'm like, oh God, it's getting late. Eventually it gets back on track. I'm like, okay, fine. So I get further downtown in Raleigh, and from this point, even after that whole fucked up rerouted left turn bullshit, like as soon as that crap happened, that was like a domino effect for everything else. Because getting in downtown, if anyone's ever been downtown, I'm not even talking about driving, but the lanes are really cramped, really tight and really cramped. And parking is shit. And that's what I found out. Again, the GPS, I got into downtown. As soon as I did, I tried to turn on to, such and such street. And it wasn't that precise. Like it would have an arrow, but the arrow would make it seem like I had to turn like in that instant. So I would turn. And then and maybe someone's like, "Oh, that was just you like misreading it. You weren't doing it correctly." No, it really isn't. Like I would turn. And well, then the map was just like it would go blank. Like it was just nowhere. Like after I would make a turn, like a right or left or whatever, or I would keep going straight, suddenly like the little arrows would just disappear and it would just show me literally traveling on like a blank street. And, obviously, like I said, when you don't know where you're going, that's really fucked up. And plus one-way streets too, so I had to keep going around and around, basically trying to get back onto the right street, this Fayetteville Street. And look, basically, I finally found the place. It was outside. I'm like, okay, great, I found it. Like, literally, I looked over, like, to my right, and I was like, oh, wow, I see people, and I see the thing, I see the ice skating, great. But then there was another problem, parking. I'm like, oh, shit, where the hell am I supposed to park? There wasn't a parking spot. I had to go all the way up, and since it's one way, I'd go all the way around, and then all the way up, and then all the way around, and all the way... Like I said, I don't even know where I'm going, so keep in mind, I still don't know where I'm going, so I had to keep using the GPS that was already fucking up. Like I said, it didn't show me where I was going. It didn't at all. Like, it just... Anyway, I finally think I get a parking spot. It's like this awkward thing where in the middle of the one-way streets, by the way, I have to, like, stop, move forward, inch back a little bit, inch forward a little bit, inch back a little bit, inch forward a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to readjust, really trying to get into that tight spot. One of those tight little, you know what I'm saying, like horizontal spots, parallel parking, if you will. And I finally did it, man. And then I got out and realized, oh shit, this isn't even a spot. It wasn't even an official spot, because the official spots, like, they have like little markings on the road. And maybe someone's like, well, dumbass, it's your fault. No. I could have swore I got out and I checked, and I could have swore I saw the marks, but, well, I could have swore the marks were for that specific place that I was in. Anyway, I had to get out after having people honk at me and like, come on, get out of the way, yo. And possibly have my car towed and all that, silly little stuff. Like I said, I had to try to go even further down and find parking. And since it was one way, I had to keep going around and around. Eventually, the first event was canceled. Well, it wasn't canceled, but it was too late, I missed my chance for that. But I'm like, okay, well, there's still LGBT center where I can go. I was like, okay, that's great. Let me just go there. Let me do the second little event thing. Let me do the part 2 of all this, this fun night that I'm supposed to have. You know what I'm saying? Since part 1 was a bust, let me do part 2. That was a bust too. Because like I said, I didn't know where the hell I was going. My GPS kept fucking up. It just kept rerouting and waiting for location. It didn't tell me where I was going, and it kept messing up the street names, and it would say like I was on Martin when really the street ahead of me was Wilmington or something like that. And I think, okay, well, after like 3 times of finally doing what the GPS said and keeping straight, I said, okay, well, maybe it's saying Martin Street or whatever the hell other street name it was saying, because like this street turns into the street that it's saying, because sometimes it does that. But no, I went down, let's say Wilmington Street when the GPS said Martin Street, and it was a dead end, or it turned into something else. I mean, it just, and when I say something else, I mean like it was the exact street that I saw with my eyes. It was Wilmington Street, not Martin Street. So it was a lot, and so I did a lot of turning around, a lot of turning. I finally just gave up. It was getting too late anyway. I said, it's not even worth it. I even stopped and asked someone who I had seen before at my school, and I knew that they had gone to LGBT Center before, so I asked, hey, how do you get here? They stopped. They were nice enough to stop. They were walking like on the street with their friends, and basically, I was like, hey, can you give me the directions? Can you show me, like, yeah, sure, just pull over. So I pulled over somewhere, and then they basically pulled out the same shit that my GPS did. They were like, it had like the arrows, like, turn right, and then turn right, turn left, turn right, turn right, And I'm sitting looking at that thing like, dude, this isn't helping me. Like, this is the same shit I just got finished doing, and I was begging him. I was like, dude, can you please just get in the car? Can you get in the car and like, direct me where it is? Like, can you be like my actual physical map? He was like, no, I have to go with my friends, but I hope you find it. After like 3 minutes of just staying there with me, he left, and I'm like, why? Like, come on, dude. You know, I was counting on you. Like, thought you like my angel, like, sent from heaven or whatever, you know? But, I eventually just gave up. And I drove home. I thought I was. But, again, I don't know downtown very well, so... And again, I tried to use my GPS, but, it wasn't working. And, then the battery came out of my phone. And, you know... I can't drive, and like, okay, for people who text and drive, I can't do that. I wouldn't do that. And I know I've tried like something like a quick text like K or something like that or whatever. So that's not good, I know, but just to try to get the thing out of the way. And anyway, the battery came out several times because, you know, obviously, even though the GPS was messing up, I was like, okay, well, I don't know where I am. I really don't know where I am. So I really need the GPS. So, of course, I kept trying to turn the phone on, and I realized the battery isn't in here. I don't know why it kept coming out and how it kept falling out. You know, the back was on it. Things just kept popping out. Again, things are just really going wrong tonight. So, I went from not knowing where I was going to having to keep on driving forward, on, and even more further out. Because, like I said, you know, GPS wasn't working because my battery wasn't in my phone. It kept popping out. It kept just being stupid, and then I couldn't find the battery. Like I said, it's dark. You know, it's you see, like, you know, it's dark and it's late at night, and I already have poor vision. I couldn't see where the battery was. So, like I said, for people who text and drive and have a hard time, here I was trying to have to find. Literally, I'm sitting here driving, trying to find something and keep my eyes on the road. And anyway, it was just a lot. I ended up driving all the way to like Cary or something. And then of course I had to loop around, and I mean, I've just tried to convince myself that it wasn't that bad of a night. If I had gone to that event, I probably wouldn't have known many people anyway. Or it would have been one of those things like where you show up to a place where you think it's gonna be fun, and there are going to be people who actually are open to talk to you, not just in their own little cliques, you know, like high school and pretty much everywhere else already is already. No, it wasn't like that at all. Well, I'm just saying, I'm sure it wouldn't have been like, you know, how I want it to be, where people just kind of, you know, they're not cliquey, because I've been to events like that with some of these same few people, or some of the expected to be same type of people, if that makes any sense. And even like, you know, my queer folk, that's really what I'm talking about, you know. They're really cliquey. They have their own friends, and they just stick to it. You know, you have 5-7 people in these different groups, and they're like the three outcasts. I'm one of them who's just kind of sticking my neck out, hoping to get a nice conversation and meet new people, make new friends. But no, they're so... Anyway, I'm saying I probably wouldn't have had a good time there anyway. But anyway, that's my I guess, I don't know if I want to say night of hell story. I don't know, hell of a drive. I'll just say hell of a drive. Part one, I guess. I don't know. It's just, wow. This was really frustrating. Like, I don't feel well anymore. It's 7 days from Christmas, and my mood is just so ruined. But anyway, I'm gonna just, yeah, like I said, it's been a lot. You know, I went from happy. Yeah, I got all dressed up. I put on my cologne and everything. You know, brushed my teeth and everything. Getting ready to go to this party, this event, and then going into downtown Raleigh, and just everything gets fucked to going to Cary, and then driving back from Cary past Raleigh to Durham. It just, everything was just really fucked tonight, and wow. Wow. I'm gonna just go inside though. At least I made it home, because I'm gonna tell you, when I was in Cary, I didn't know how the hell I was gonna get home. I'm like, okay, I don't know. I hardly know anything about, you know, the few places that I actually go to now, two little cities, towns, whatever, that I traveled through and past now. I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to get from here, you know, to there. Like, the fuck? Cary. Anyway, I'm out.